Ghost Boys is a middle-grade novel written by Jewell Parker Rhodes, a highly acclaimed author known for her insightful portrayals of the Black experience. The story is set in contemporary Chicago and follows the life and tragic death of 12-year-old Jerome Rogers. Jerome, an ordinary 7th grader, faces numerous challenges while navigating the dangers of his neighborhood. With a loving family consisting of his Southern grandmother, parents, and sister Kim, Jerome finds solace at home. However, the streets outside are riddled with threats such as drug dealers and the constant presence of the police, who disproportionately target and harass Black individuals, especially young boys like Jerome. To cope with these dangers, Jerome adopts a strategy of remaining as invisible as possible. Everything changes when Carlos, a newcomer from San Antonio, Texas, arrives at Jerome's school. Jerome feels compelled to help the new kid and teaches him how to hide from bullies by eating lunch in the bathroom. Unfortunately, their hideout is discovered by the bullies Eddie, Snap, and Mike. While Jerome is used to enduring the beatings, Carlos pulls out what appears to be a real gun to defend himself and Jerome. After the altercation ends, Carlos reveals that the gun is actually a toy. Despite Kim's concerns, Carlos insists that Jerome keep the toy gun. Tragically, one day while playing a pretend game of good guys and bad guys near his neighborhood, Jerome becomes the target of a 911 call, reporting a boy with a gun. The dispatcher fails to mention that the gun is a toy, and when the police arrive, Officer Moore shoots and kills Jerome without providing any medical assistance. In the aftermath, a preliminary hearing determines that there is insufficient evidence to take the case to trial, as Officer Moore claims he feared for his life when he shot Jerome. However, Jerome's story doesn't end there. He becomes a ghost and discovers a haunting brotherhood of murdered Black boys, including Emmett Till, whose lynching and his mother's public display of grief became a catalyst for the civil rights movement in the 1950s. Emmett's ghost teaches Jerome about the importance of bearing witness and helping the living tell their stories of grief and the loss of their loved ones. Guided by this spirit, Jerome haunts Sarah Moore, Officer Moore's daughter, until she reconciles with her father and starts a website to share the stories of the murdered Black boys and men. Jerome also manages to reach Carlos, who eventually gathers the courage to confess to Jerome's grandmother that he gave Jerome the toy gun. The novel concludes with a poignant Day of the Dead celebration, where Jerome's and Carlos's families come together to honor Jerome's memory. In Ghost Boys, Jewell Parker Rhodes delivers a powerful narrative that addresses themes of racial injustice, police violence, and the resilience of the human spirit. Through the experiences of Jerome, Carlos, and the ghostly brotherhood, the novel encourages readers to confront the past, seek justice, and promote understanding and empathy among diverse communities.